That's why I don't have a in-ground pool. Yeah, exactly why. They're like 10 or 12 people get together on Thursday and Friday nights and watch our show in China.
It's like
They're
the
like,
secret. It's like we just had church service. Now let's watch the Mike and Jarod show.
Yeah. I'm gonna Mandela effect that.
He is the relevant Mr. Irrelevant.
Yep. Well, that's
and I mean, he turned it around too. I mean, the 49ers are not bad anymore.
No, he played in the Super Bowl like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Something like that.
How did he end up at that pick level? That's crazy.
It's Purdy.
Budweiser commercial for the Clydesdales made me think about the frogs. Remember the frog commercials?
Yes, that was classic.
Those were great commercials too.
Budweiser. We did it. I tried.
So you're not going to pick Texas, huh?
My
you're not going
mind
to pick with your
thinks
emotion. You're going to pick with your.
Not picking with my heart.
You're going to pick with your brain now. Huh?
Yeah. I don't know that that's any better. You like that, Min? You know Mike Trout?
Yep. Mike Trout played for the Angels.
Yeah, still does.
And they had a statue of a trout. That you could get a little bobblehead trout.
Did they really?
Yeah. You could get it at the actual Angels game.
Oh.
You could get a bobblehead trout. And then they also had a Mike Trout. That was an actual person bobblehead.
Yeah.
Roosters don't.
Roosters can't lay eggs.
Oh, I know, but they're there. So, well, some hens don't need a rooster. That's what but some hens do need roosters.
Well, no, all hens will lay eggs, but to make another chicken, they have to have a rooster. So
Okay.
Similar to the way people make other people.
Thanks for the birds and bees talk, Matt.
Recruiting issue.
Yeah, it was. It's not as much so more now because people transfer like they're changing their underwear. Right?
Oh yeah!
Transfer like they're changing their underwear.
Yeah.
How often do you change your underwear?
I change mine well, I guess some people don't. I change mine at least once a day.
Once a day.
And some people may not think that's a lot. I don't know. I don't know what the average daily underwear change is.
I guess it depends on what you ate the day before.
Awesome.
And then when I sit me up,
You just
roll over.
were you top heavy? Like your head was big too?
Like I couldn't crawl. I was so fat. Like I couldn't get down to the ground with the. So I just rolled around everywhere when I was a baby.
I like that. You can watch us anywhere. That's a good plug.
China.
When we're live, yeah.
Tibet.
China was the first place you thought of anywhere.
I was watching a video on
We got
today.
a Chinese crowd out there.
Chinese crowd.
Hello to anybody out there in China.
How do you say hello in Mandarin?
Konnichiwa. I don't know. That's Japanese.
Harry Pinkle kind of looks like Drinky.
Maybe it's his step brother.
You know who else looks like Drinky is Freezy.
Brother.
Freezy and Drinky.
I thought you were going to talk about it.
Okay, I didn't want to talk about Drinky. Maybe I do have a crush on him.
You do. I think you secretly, like if he walked through the door and was like, I'm going to take you on a date, you would leave me here going, I don't know how to run this stuff. You would run out.
My secret crush on Drinky.
Yeah. I think so.
PBR versus Rolling Rock. You pick Rolling Rock, huh?
Yeah, so, well, and some old men that mean a lot to me drank both of those. So that's a hard choice. I don't want to favor either one.
You get in trouble.
Yeah. That's a good question.
A good question. I might have to go with PBR because that's what Papa had in his refrigerator. Remember
Yeah.
that? Multi-shelf PBR.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Rolling Rock tastes better if I had to choose. He doesn't know anything about basketball, but he said I always. Today he heard some guys talking and he just threw that in there. He goes, Duke's going to go all the way. So he said, that's my one-liner. For the next couple of weeks, I'm just going to walk up to people talking basketball.
Live from high atop Scott Social Media Studios in the heart of the Cedar City, just outside of America's Music City, this is the Mike and Jarod Show with your host, Michael Clay and Jared Scott.
Hello, Jared. What's happening, man?
Hey, we got to remind everybody, don't forget, like, subscribe, and do all those fun things.
Yeah, to our channel on YouTube.
And our Facebook page.
Yeah. That's
And
right.
now, live on Twitch.
Yeah, we're trying a new avenue.
Trying out some new stuff, exciting stuff. So,
Good times. This is show 34. 34 shows old today. Feels good. Thursday
Getting
night,
old.
7 o'clock. Yep. Yeah, fun. Welcome in to the show. So, first time watching, if it's your first time watching, we have started probably around 21, show 21. We started kind of naming I guess 23. We started naming the show or honoring a show after who was the best to wear that jersey number. And it could be debatable.
debatable.
Sometimes I go with my heart of who I want. But that's what makes the show fun. You can interact with us, chat at any time on any of those platforms that you may be watching us on. So today's show, number 34, there's some good ones. The last three, 32, 33, and 34, have been stacked with, like, up for debate.
Big time names.
Yeah.
Big time names.
And this one's no different. And I'm going with, we're going to honor Walter Payton, show 34. This will be the Walter Payton show.
Walter Payton.
Yep. Sweetness. That was his nickname, Sweetness.
Sweetness.
Yep.
You're kidding.
Because his running was so sweet. Yeah. Played 12 years, all 12 years with the Bears. He NFL MVP in 1977. Super Bowl champ, obviously. Super Bowl 20, 85 Bears, Dub Bears.
Now, he was on there with Fridge, right?
Yeah, with Refrigerator Perry and Coach Ditka was the coach.
Ditka.
Ditka.
That's a good name, Ditka.
It is. It is. Mike Ditka.
Didn't they end up like, wasn't he like a big name on the game? Wasn't he an announcer on the game? Didn't he end up being an announcer at one point in time too? Mike Ditka?
I don't know if he probably announced some games at some point. I don't know. Yeah, he was in one of the NFL, like the pregame shows on like NBC.
It seemed like he was on one of the video games too.
No, that's
Is that Madden?
John Madden, yeah.
Madden, maybe I was mixing them up.
There's a great documentary on the Madden football game too. I think it's on Netflix. Walter Payton, though, 9-time Pro Bowl. He was NFL Man of the Year in 1977. And now that award, Man of the Year award, is now named after him. It's called the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. Has to do with, on the field leadership and then in the community.
So was he the first one, the first Man of the Year? And
No, I don't think so. But he
was the Man of the Year in my birth year, 1977.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
Interesting.
But yeah, so a ton of accolades. The Bears retired his number 34.
Oh yeah, you're right. He wasn't the first one. Johnny Unitas was the first one. Interesting.
So they started doing that in 1970. Okay, only 7 years, and then 7 years later he won it. So.
And then it was named after him. When was it named after him?
My research team was slacking, my imaginary research team. And so...
the audience is here.
Yeah. Oh, welcome, audience. We forgot to welcome. Thank y'all for coming in tonight. If you're just now watching for the first time, we have a real imaginary audience.
They thought it was funny that you had a researcher.
Yeah. They laugh from time to time.
Them and Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, they get to chuckling a little bit, giggling. So yeah, let's see. Walter Payton, he went to Jackson State. You know why they're popular?
Jackson State.
Yep.
Tell me why.
That's where Deion Sanders came.
Deion is from Jackson State too?
He coached there and before he went to Colorado.
Oh, he was the coach there.
Yeah, and then went to Colorado. Let's see. He was a first round pick, the 4th pick overall in 75, I think. Yeah. And Walter Payton could play the drums.
The drums.
Yeah. And remember the Bears Super Bowl Shuffle song in '85? I think he was playing the drums for that song.
Yeah, he danced in it. That was the one where they were all dancing too.
Yeah, yeah.
Seemed like maybe we posted that to our Facebook page. At one point
we did.
in time,
They were all, yeah. It was
Super Bowl Shuffle.
Yeah.
Do the Super Bowl Shuffle. How many Super Bowls did he win?
Just one. Just the one.
The double X.
Yep. Super Bowl 20 for you illiterate Roman numeral readers.
Like me.
Yeah. That's right. Where's our chat over there? How can we see if somebody's chatting?
Oh, here we go. I got it.
There we go. Yeah, so let's see. Walter Payton, I thought this was interesting. He was a co-owner of a IndyCar racing team, Kart IndyCar World Series Racing League. He was a co-owner of a car. And he
Co-owner of a car.
Yeah, like of a team.
Of an Indy car, huh?
Yeah, the team. And he drove in several Trans Am Series events. He raced.
Wow.
Yeah. And
this is Walter Payton, huh?
Walter Payton. He crashed one time. Car flipped over and it caught on fire. And
What?
He wasn't seriously injured, but he got burns from it. Yeah. Pretty crazy. But yeah. Probably gotta like race it. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I thought that was...
Payton survives fiery crash in 1993?
Yeah, yeah.
Man, how old was he then?
He wasn't even quite... I don't know, to be honest with you.
Dude, that's a legit crash.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not real sure
Interesting.
how old he was at the time.
Let's see, he was born in 53.
Okay, 63, 73, 83, 40 years old.
About 40.
Young whippersnapper when he wrecked.
He was a first-round draft pick, huh?
Yeah, 4th pick overall in the first round, which is crazy because, you know, he went to Jackson State, so you know he had to
How
be really
often do
good.
you see Jackson State have
A first round
picks?
I bet there's not more than 5.
Oh my goodness, look at all the pro football alumni from Jackson State.
Yeah, but what that's all of them?
The list is huge.
Yeah, way more than I would have expected.
So here's the pick numbers.
Okay.
Is this what second round pick 34?
Yeah.
First.
So how
so
many
his first round
rounds?
pick 4. There was a first round pick 6.
Dang, same year, Walter Payton and that guy, Robert Brazil.
So that means Jackson State had 2 first round picks in 75.
Wow.
Went to the Houston Oilers of all people.
Yeah. Oh, the other dude. Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there was any other. There was another first round in 1972.
I said 5. We're already getting close.
Oh yeah, your bet was 5, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There's a second
man.
round that doesn't count.
There's another one.
There's another one.
4.
1974, there was a first rounder.
Can't get any more. Oh, we can get one more. Oh, there's one
another
more.
one. 5.
For the man.
1993.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, another one. 6, 7. Man, I need to go to Jackson State. 7
Yeah,
first round picks, man.
Little football school.
Richard Anderson in 2000 and Sylvester Morris in
Were the
2000.
Last first round.
When was
picks.
Dion coaching there? Were those Dion
Just before
productions?
No. Just before Colorado, like 2 years ago.
Oh, so it was recent.
Yeah. That's where he came. He was coaching there and then went to Colorado from Jackson State.
Yeah, because
he brought
didn't
Shadeur
Eddie
with him.
George? I think of the big time players, the big names that ended up coaching. Didn't Eddie George end up coaching at Tennessee State too?
Yeah. He just left TSU to take another job.
Did he?
Yep. He did a good job too, I must say. Eddie George did.
And I didn't mean to get off of Walter
No.
Payton there, but that was interesting.
No.
7 first-round draft picks from.
They're very interesting. I wouldn't.
I wonder how many, and are they considered to be what league would they be considered? Is that a
They're
that's not an FBS team.
FC. No,
They're FCS,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Which back in the day, Division II, what you'd call it. And then, do you know that there is a Titans link to Walter Payton?
There is?
Yep.
What's the Titans link to Walter Payton?
His son, Jrod Payton, played for the Titans. He was on the practice squad. They signed him for he was on the team for 1 year, but never actually played in a real game, but was on the practice squad. Jrod Payton.
Where did his son go to school at?
Miami Hurricanes, the U.
Hurricane.
Yep,
Oh, he played in a jazz rock group, huh?
yep. Drums.
Active member of the Boy Scouts, Little
Yeah.
League, and his local church.
Yep. And if you read, this is pretty cool. There's just so much, and so I cut out a lot. But what you were about to read,
He's an impressive person.
he didn't start playing football in high school till his junior year.
Wow.
The coach wanted him to play, but his brother Eddie was on the team, and to avoid competing with him, he waited till his older brother graduated.
Wow.
And then-
Supporting his brother, huh?
Yeah, he did. I guess he knew he was better than him, but that, right? Had to. Why else wouldn't you play? Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Hey, Michael, I'm a little bit better than you on the football team, so you need to just keep playing, and then when
And
you graduate, I'll go in and
Sometimes,
showcase.
yeah.
I'll go in and showcase the truth.
Yeah, and he did.
That's crazy.
On his first, I read it somewhere. If you read on down, on his first play in college, his first run, he ran for 65-yard touchdown.
Wow.
in
On
high
his very
school.
first
Yeah.
run.
Yeah, yeah, pretty crazy. But yeah, so it's Walter Payton show. Then there's another guy that we could be honored with 34. It was between them two, but went with Walter Payton. Nolan Ryan, pitcher.
Oh, man. Nolan Ryan's
Yeah.
big time.
My gosh, yeah. He played. I knew he played a long time.
What is this bloody picture of Nolan Ryan? Did he get a nosebleed or?
That's when I think he got in. I think that's when he hit Robin Ventura.
And they got in a fight?
Yeah. And he beat the snot out of Robin Ventura, though.
Oh, man.
It could have been another one. He's a tough sucker, Nolan Ryan is. He played 27 years, from 66 to 93. Played for the Mets, Angels, Astros, and finished with the Rangers. Yeah. Yeah, you got that video. You should watch.
Man.
He come out. He got him in the headlock and just like drilled him like 6 times in a row.
Oh, yeah, I could see the headlock. Wow.
Yeah.
But apparently he got a punch in. They got a punch in on him, too, Ryan.
Yeah,
Ventura.
I don't know if that was and I don't know if that was that picture or not.
Oh, so he charged the mound. So Robin
Yeah,
Ventura
Robin
charged the mound.
Yeah. After he hit him, Robin Ventura come out, and Nolan Ryan was like, "Come on."
Did he hit him on purpose, or was it a hey?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not real sure if he meant to hit him or not, but
HBP. What is an HBP?
hit by pitch.
Hit by pitch. Robin Ventura.
Yeah, he went out there and got his little butt whooped by an old man at the time. Because, he was 20 years, Ventura was 20 years younger than Nolan Ryan at that time.
20 years younger.
Yeah.
And then Nolan Ryan just beat the snot out
Got
of
that
him.
old man strength on him.
Jeez. Ryan said after the game, it was just self-preservation. I didn't expect that to happen.
Yeah.
I was just trying to pitch him inside. You don't have time to think. You just react. I'm not a big believer in fights, but we'll do what it takes to win.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, whatever, man.
I'll beat the crap out of him if that's what it takes to win.
Yeah, that's right.
That's brutal. That is brutal.
Yeah, it is. But so funny.
So Nolan Ryan, and he played for the Texans, right?
Well, Rangers, Texas. Well, he played
Texas
for
Rangers.
He played for 4 teams in 27 years: Mets, Angels, Astros, and Rangers. The Astros and Rangers retired as number 34. The Angels retired a number, but he was number 30, and they retired it.
So let me get this straight: 3 teams retired a number for him.
Yep.
Wow.
He was an 8-time All-Star, World Series champs for the '69 Mets. Speaking of documentaries, I told you that John Madden football. There's a Nolan Ryan documentary. It's really good too. His nickname was the Ryan Express because he could throw. They claim they clocked one of his pitches as 108 or 107 miles an hour.
What happened in 1967? It shows here he played for the New York Mets in '66, and then it says 68 to 71.
Yeah, I don't know. He may have been injured that year. I don't know.
And he was
in the
drafted
minor leagues.
from the minor leagues?
Well, he was in the no, not from the minor leagues. He was in the minor leagues. You got whatever organization at the time.
Oh, so he didn't go to college then, I take it.
I think he went out of high school, yeah. I think. He got drafted out of, yeah, I believe. 8-time All-Star, let's see.
That's a normal thing, right? Drafting straight from high school for
Yeah.
MLB.
MLB, you can go right from high school. If you go pro, if you go to college, instead you got to play 3 years, I think, before you enter the draft again.
He has a statue to him in Alvin, Texas, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. He 11-time strikeout leader in the major leagues, and he still holds today most career strikeouts, 5,714 Major League Baseball record, and holds the record for most no-hitters, 7.
Man, the Mets got a good deal, too, because he was 12th round, 295th pick.
Yep. And the documentary, it wasn't like he was like he worked his way up.
The Appalachian League.
Yeah. Played up in the mountains.
Sounds like
the
Texas League.
Yeah. You're a big Texas League guy.
That's right. Texas League.
Yeah.
The Marion Mets and the Greenville Mets. I still haven't figured out what happened in '67.
He probably was down. Look, Ryan met in illness. Missed much of '67 due to illness and injury. In service with the Army Reserve. Huh. There you go. If you'd read, you'd know. He
was punching people in the face in the Army Reserves.
Yeah.
Putting them in headlocks.
Yeah.
Laying them out.
But he was, he was a great pitcher. So, but I went with Walter Payton. But Nolan Ryan could as well be his show. We'd honor him too. Some other notable 34s. Again, he's made this the last. This is the 3rd show. Shaquille O'Neal was number 34. Played for the Lakers.
Oh yeah, we talked about it because he had multiple numbers, right?
Yeah. Charles Barkley. I like him a lot. He played for the 76ers and the Suns.
He's a big-time announcer now, isn't he?
Yeah, NBA. He's funny, too. He's real funny.
Man, he stirs the pot, doesn't he?
Yeah, I've read his book. It was a good book.
He said something about, they were dissing on him. Oh, your team lost at this one of the games, and he's like, well, I mean, if they'd played better.
Yeah. No, he's funny.
Boom shakalaka.
Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem the Dream.
Hakeem the Dream.
Oh, you knew it. Did you know his
Hakeem
nickname?
the Dream.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Who'd he play for in the NBA?
I have no clue.
Houston Rockets.
I like Hakeem the Dream, though.
Yeah, Hakeem Olajuwon. He was a great center.
I remember Hakeem Olajuwon from NBA Jam.
Yes, he was there. Boom shakalaka. There you go. Yeah. And they won. He won 2 NBA Finals championship. The 2 years that Jordan was out of the NBA. You know, Jordan and the Bulls won 3 in a row. Then he retired, played baseball, and then he came back and won 3. But the 2 years that in between those two 3-year runs, the Rockets won back-to-back. And it was Hakeem Olajuwon. I'm trying to think who else was. Maybe Clyde Drexler had started there. Had went to Houston at that point. Don't remember. So yeah, that's NBA notable number 34s. Some other Major League Baseball notable number 34s. Fernando Valenzuela pitched for the Dodgers. They retired his number. Kirby Puckett for the Twins was awesome. Hey Sean, thanks for watching. Yeah, Kirby Puckett was a great hitter. And then this is my favorite. Oh yeah, that's right. So he did play. He played for the Rockets in that 2 years. That was a pretty good Rockets team too. And then the Bulls came back and won 3 in a row. Or Jordan came back. Then this is my favorite. Just because his name, and he had a sweet mustache in the Major League. Raleigh Fingers, number 34.
Raleigh Fingers?
You gotta look at, yeah, if you don't know him, he's probably known for his mustache. It was sweet, too.
Oh, yeah. I know
who I'm
this
talking
one.
about?
Yeah. In fact, I want to say that somebody did their mustache based on Raleigh Fingers, like a celebrity person.
Probably. I mean, look at that old one. It really handlebars up for the A's, I think that is. That's a great mustache.
San Diego Padres.
Yeah.
He was with the A's and the Padres and the Brewers, huh?
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Yeah, so he was 34.
His mustache alone, though, puts him in competition for being the show named after him.
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean,
he's even sporting it as an old man.
Yeah, that's his signature, man.
Jeez.
But look at that old, like that one.
That is legit. Like, that's a
really
full...
yeah.
That's not even handlebars. That's like...
I don't know, yeah.
That's like spy glasses on the sides.
Monocles.
He's got 2 monocles on his mustache.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, so, and then some notable NFL 34s. Of course, we went with Walter Payton. Earl Campbell played for the Oilers, now Tennessee Titans. Thurman Thomas for the Buffalo Bills, and Franco Harris. So, a lot of good number 34s. I had to look up in hockey. Had to look up. There was Terry Sawchuk. He was a goalie for the Red Wings.
I'll be right back.
All right. And obviously, I didn't look up a lot of stats for him, but obviously, if we look up any notable 30 numbers for NHL players, we always have to, they go on this show, it's like peas and carrots or peanut butter and jelly. Have to look up rugby. And at this point, the higher numbers, rugby players, it's hard to find higher numbers like that. But the best known that Wikipedia told me, best known rugby player that wore 34, John Muldoon for the U.S. national team. I know nothing about him, but that's that. We can't mention on this show, we can't mention NHL or hockey without mentioning rugby. If you missed, it's been a few shows back, we got to talking about who was tougher, hockey players or rugby players. And it was a great debate. Some of y'all that watch for a while, and we put out some shorts on YouTube about it. Pretty much it was an even draw. Like, I wouldn't want to fight either one, a hockey player or a rugby player. They're both in their own rights crazy. Like, I think rugby players are just out there. Some of the videos we've seen, when you see them play, their eyes, they have crazy eyes when they're getting up in each other's faces. And then the problem with a hockey player is they just don't quit. Like, they don't stop coming at you. You know, obviously, if you watch any hockey, the only time they get broken up is when they fall to the ground and the refs break it up. But yeah, hockey players don't quit. So that's why we always mention rugby with hockey.
Sorry for stepping away. My wife,
all right.
There was a police chase in Gallatin.
Oh, wow.
And honors night at their school had to go on lockdown.
Oh, wow.
So apparently, I guess it was an armed individual that the police were chasing, and they arrested him on the basketball court at the school.
Holy cow. Everything good?
Yeah, she's okay. She's on her way home. So
Oh, well, that's good. That is real good.
that's scary stuff, man.
That is scary. Makes the crowd cheer, though, that she's all right
That's
on
right.
the way home.
That's good.
I did much better.
I'm glad to have Sean. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, he was talking.
Piping in on the chat. Sweetness.
I'll say, and you'll have to watch back later, that was the best I've ever done when you've left and by myself. I feel real good about it.
Sorry, when it's crisis and I get a text that says hard lockdown,
Yeah.
I got to make sure everything's okay. So
No, that was fine. I'm getting used to it. I still got to do it to you one time.
I know it. I know.
And see how you do by yourself.
But you don't have crisis at your family for some reason. I don't know.
No, it doesn't even have to be crisis.
The only crisis would be the pig. So
Yeah. Or if I need a coffee, I'm gonna do it to
coffee
you one
refill.
time.
Yeah.
See how good you do by yourself. No, but I felt good about it. I was like, man, I'm on a roll. If he stays going for like 20 minutes, I felt good
Be
about it.
on top of it.
Yeah, I was good. I felt good about it.
Be on top of it. Well, you know, for whenever you go on the road with Nate, you know, you got to have your show ready.
My show.
Yeah, your stand-up comedy
Oh,
show.
I should have. You know what? Next time you go out, I think I will break into.
You know what? I'm
some
gonna break into
comedy.
some of my comedy stuff for my show.
Yeah.
Just test it on the
Well, I
audience
don't
a little
ever,
bit.
but for the record, like when I go out with him, I just hang out. I don't ever do. I hadn't done stand up in a long time.
In a long time.
Yeah. I don't actually go up or nothing. I just hang out backstage and.
And then go up as a prisoner.
Oh yeah, that one time that was fun. Yeah. But yeah. But yeah, no, I don't actually.
Anyway, sorry to step away. Just a little insanity.
No, it's good.
Always an interesting. I was just thinking too about the pig today. I don't mean to go down a rabbit hole, but
I'll let them know you thought about them.
I was thinking about your little pig friend because you know we were the land that we're clearing is drama around potential rattlesnakes. Apparently, Center Hill Lake has got a lot of rattlesnakes.
Yep.
And you had said that the pig eats snakes. And I thought, well, maybe I can borrow Michael's pig and he can come over and eat the snake.
Yeah. That's what I've always heard. And you got pigs around, there won't be any snakes around.
Oh, that's good
Whether
stuff.
they eat them or scare them off, I don't know.
You put me a little pig pen out there. Keep some pigs out there at the land at the lake.
Yeah. You mentioned Center Hill. Sorry, I coughed. I have a rattlesnake story. We went when I was 6 years old. We did a houseboat for the week as a vacation on Center Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my family. We were going behind the boat, like on an inner tube or something. And I think it was a board. And me and my brother, Travis, were on the board, and my dad and my oldest brother, Damon, were driving, and we fell off. And, like, then they started to circle around to come get you, you know, to get you back in the boat. Well, they went by us, and they were, I don't know, 20 yards away, and we're like, what are they doing? Well, there was a snake coming right at us.
Oh, my gosh.
They pulled in. We didn't see it.
They're trying to cut the snake off?
They got between us, and they went over there, and we're like, they're hitting the water. And then next thing you know, they killed it. They had a ski, and it was a rattlesnake.
In the water?
Yeah. We didn't know that.
Didn't know rattlesnakes got in the water. That's crazy.
And, it had, Dad took it to the shore and cut its head off, and then it had 8 rattles. It was a pretty good size.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I've heard from the one of the guys in the HOA when I was out there, they said there was one that was so big that it was like this big around.
Oh, gosh.
And they were like, okay, you know, like this is dangerous having this big of a snake in the neighborhood.
Oh, I bet.
And so you're not supposed to kill them, right?
Right.
But they accidentally ran over that one, and it kept going.
Oh. I bet it was like
and they backed up and went over it 3 times, and it still acted like nothing happened.
Smash its head's what you got to do.
And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I don't. The snakes. This is what I say to snakes.
Ooh. Yeah. I got to be ready for that rattlesnake out there. Hey, we're out there clearing that property, and I told EJ, I said, you better wear your high boots.
Yeah.
And if you see one, you need to holler and let me know so that we can deal with it.
They give me the EBGBs.
Oh my gosh, I'm not trying to go to the hospital, man. That's not.
No.
And you know what's crazy is apparently TWRA introduced the snakes to Center Hill.
Oh, really?
They introduced the rattlesnakes to Center Hill. Something about they were trying to trim back another animal population, and they thought, oh, we're going to introduce rattlesnakes to do that. I'm like, what
I thought they were natural. They like rocky areas.
My understanding was that they introduced them to the Center Hill area.
Ugh. Dumb.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, that was our 34s. Get into this past weekend, and even this weekend, some good sports stuff. We had Mother's Day.
Oh, no, never mind. I'm sorry.
Is it fake news?
Fake news. This was a Mandela effect. They've not released rattlesnakes in Tennessee.
I had never heard that. I thought they were natural.
It's illegal to transport and release wildlife in Tennessee without a permit. TWRA, though, doesn't really. But they deny the release of rattlesnakes.
Can you name the 3 poisonous snakes that are natural to Tennessee?
Copperhead, what's the cottonmouth, and rattlesnake.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know exactly which ones they are. Oh yeah.
I hate snakes.
Oh yeah.
I hate snakes, but
I like turtles.
You like turtles?
Yeah.
That EJ and I saw a turtle today whenever we were out there cutting. So
okay.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
That's cool.
We made sure to keep him alive. We like turtles too. So
yeah, turtles are cool. I have a bunch of box turtles. When I mow, man, in my back part, I don't mow it, but like once or twice a month. It gets a little tall. And
hey, Sue, glad to have you. There's some relatives out in East Tennessee right there.
Okay. Oh, east. You go east, there's definitely rattlers.
Oh yeah,
snakes.
She says there's some rattlers on Grandpa's farm.
You can keep them at Grandpa's farm. That's the wrong one. Well, the price is right.
The price is right on that one. Price is right on that one. Yeah, and they got a big old farm out there. I remember going out hunting out there.
Really?
They got a hunting cabin out on the farm.
Yeah.
It's East Tennessee Hill Farm, right?
Okay,
so there's some farming areas, but a lot
Knoxville,
it's like,
or how far out?
It's
further east.
It's Oneida, so it's like it's out in the woods. It's out in the woods. So, but yeah, I remember that a lot of fun out there on the farm, on Grandpa's farm out there. So.
Oh yeah, farms are fun, man.
Yeah,
Land is just fun to have.
A lot of fun. Unless there's a rattlesnake.
Yeah.
Then you figuring out how to fix the fun. So.
That's right. So watched a little baseball this weekend. We had a little rivalry. Vandy UT series was this past weekend. College baseball, SEC.
She said Scott County.
Scott County. You know, is that named after y'all?
No, no. I think it's named after Winfield Scott.
Who's Winfield Scott?
What? You've never heard of Winfield Scott?
No, I have not.
Winfield Scott was a Civil War general, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Dang, look at that big old hog head.
United States Army general during the Mexican-American War. I was wrong. In the Civil War, early stage of the Civil War. I think he died in the Civil War. But I'm pretty sure that's what the county's named after. I could be wrong. Old Fuss and Feathers was his name.
Looks like...
he looks like Fuss and Feathers, doesn't he?
He does.
Maybe we need to show the audience a little bit of Fuss and Feathers.
You got to show Winfield Scott there.
Yeah, he's little Fuss and Feathers right there, man.
Yeah, that is a Fuss and Feathers.
That's Fuss and Feathers. But I'm pretty sure Scott County is named after him. Look
at that grumpy sucker.
Yeah, he's a mean old dude.
Oh man, that's a good name for him.
Let's see. I'm gonna see. Let's see. What
do you think you're related to him or no?
No, I don't think so. Our Scots come from northern Kentucky, so.
Okay.
Let's see. Who is Scott County?
There's a Scott County, Kentucky too. I believe.
Name for U.S. Army General Winfield Scott. Hey.
History nerd.
Hey.
Nerd alert.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I knew you'd come in.
I got some
stuff.
knowledge somewhere in this brain. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
somewhere in this brain.
You're our tech guy, man. You're real smart.
And I want to say that I don't think it was Scott County, but one of the counties were actually a state, or applied to be a state. It was the state of Franklin. I don't know if you ever heard of it. So over in East Tennessee, they called it the state of Franklin. Let's see here. I'm gonna really nerd out now on you.
And that was in Tennessee. Was it Franklin County now or no? Frankland.
Yep. Yep.
And not
Free Republic of Franklin, the lost state of Franklin, the state of Frankland.
Wow.
And I don't think they actually got accepted. So I think they petitioned to the federal government to become a state.
It said it was created when, like
1787.
And it had a capital and everything.
Capital, I think, was Greenville. Yeah.
All right.
And I'm trying to think. I think they petitioned to be a state, but then they didn't get accepted or something. I can't remember all the.
Wow, dude, they would have gave Rhode Island a run for their money. That was a small little area. The 8 counties right there.
8 counties of the state of Franklin.
1786.
Yep. They elected, and John Sevier became the governor.
Okay.
And then John Sevier ended up becoming the governor of Tennessee.
Yeah. In Sevier County.
She says Grandpa's farm was in Winfield.
Okay.
Winfield, not Oneida, Winfield. And so that's Winfield, the city, is in Scott County.
Scott County, yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
There you go. There you go.
Man, that is very. You know what?
A lot of interesting stuff.
I'm not saying they didn't teach this during my Tennessee history, but I don't recall this.
So a delegation in 1785, a delegation submitted a petition to Congress for statehood for the state of Franklin.
7 states voted to admit what would have been the 14th state. However, it was less
than a 2/3 majority.
Huh. Wow.
So 7 of the 13. So a majority of states actually said yes.
Yeah, but not enough.
But you had to have 2/3 to get in.
Yeah. Golly.
Yeah.
And
I think John Sevier ended up being the first governor of Tennessee when it was all said and done, if I remember correctly.
Man.
Kind of going down a rabbit hole here.
And this has been Tennessee History, brought to you by Mr. Jrod Scott.
First governor of Tennessee.
Dun, 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 dun.
But yeah, so John Sevier ended up being first governor. So he was the governor, reluctantly the governor of the state of Franklin.
Franklin, yeah.
And then he ended up getting selected as the governor of
He was such a good governor of the small state of Franklin, they wanted him for the big state of Tennessee.
And he was kind of like Jackson. He was kind of like a anti-Indian guy, which is not good. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway.
Man, that's interesting. That's fun stuff right there. I did not know.
But that is the story behind Scott County and the city of Winfield.
That's for
Winfield Scott.
all our audience that's watching.
All our
Scott
audience.
County.
Sue's probably got the whole family sitting there
Yeah.
watching
Yeah.
with her. So
I like that
glad to have you. Glad
for
to have
sure.
you.
That's all. That's awesome.
Went down a rabbit hole there.
Well, hey, that's what we do sometimes.
That's what we do. That's what makes us fun.
Yeah, that's right.
Now back to Riley Fingers.
Yeah, has a sweet mustache. We moved on from him too.
We didn't even show the mustache, did we? The monocle
I
mustaches?
think anybody that's lived long enough,
Anybody who knows
they
Raleigh, they know Raleigh
Fingers,
Fingers
yeah.
mustache.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
You
classic.
gonna grow you a Raleigh Fingers mustache?
I probably could. I actually bet I could.
Probably could. You got a lot of hair on that face.
Let's cover up the ugly.
That makes two of us. I
don't
trimmed
know if
mine
it
up, and I'm
helps.
starting to realize the ugly's
Yeah.
all exposed right now. The ugly's all exposed.
Yeah, I don't know if it helps, but it makes me feel better.
I wonder, I tried to post something else about the NHL stuff. Did you want to start talking about NHL?
We could. I was easing that way into some stuff.
Because you were talking about your NHL players and your rugby players. Did you look up some rugby and NHL
yeah, we
players?
did that. Talked
That was
about
whenever
that.
I was trying to put out
Right.
fires.
That's when I was, I was on my own. I talked about that, and then I was getting into this past weekend with Mother's Day. I watched a little baseball, the Vandy UT series.
Oh man, that was a big time
Yeah.
game. You had me turn that on.
Yeah. Did you
Right at the
watch
right
end?
time, man.
Yeah.
That was an intense ending.
Yeah. Did you see the
Big time ending.
The little how
I mean,
it got
bases
chippy?
were loaded, and I was
Yes.
like, man, it's coming down to the wire.
I know. I one base hit would have tied because Vandy was up 7-5, bottom of the ninth. UT was up to bat. Vandy
All you had to
leading.
bring in was second and third, and that would have tied
a
it
base
up.
hit would have tied it up. A triple or something would have won the game.
Yeah, it was
I mean,
coming
home
down to
run
the
on it,
last
yeah.
hit right there.
And the Vandy pitch, man, they went. The batter come up to bat.
And he straight up fastballed it.
3 straight fastballs right down the middle. He said, "You're either gonna."
That was like you're
Yeah.
either going to knock it out of the park
Yep.
or you're going to not touch
Yeah,
anything.
and thankful for Vandy fans as I am, he didn't touch it.
I thought they were going to pull the pitcher from the mound.
I did too. They let him go one more.
I was like, oh boy, here we go.
That or there ain't no. I wonder what the pep talk was.
I don't know.
Whatever it was, it fired him up.
Reagan says Alabama took 2 or 3 from Georgia over the weekend.
Yep. I didn't watch that series. I did watch Vandy UT. It got a little chippy. They at the end.
Oh, dude, they were going to get in a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were going to fight. I don't know who was talking trash more because it was at Tennessee's facility.
Yeah, the whole game.
And Vandy rushed out onto the field at Tennessee's facility.
Yeah,
And then a Tennessee player come out there and says, hey, go back to the bench. And then they're like, oh, whoa, we're going to fight. Let's all fight.
It's become, well.
That rivalry's become something.
It's huge. It's huge.
Reagan says he just left the Little League park.
And
Watching us from the Little League, baby.
Hey, you can watch us anywhere. That's right.
Even in China, konnichiwa.
That's awesome. Yep. People aren't going to get that.
No, they're not
Some
gonna
will.
get that. You got to watch our shorts to really get the laughs in.
Yeah. Subscribe to our channel.
That's right.
On YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. We got shorts. All our shows that we do are on there.
Michael picks out some of the best clips from our shows to get the shorts going, to get you laughing.
And look that konnichiwa up. You'll get that joke right then.
Some real good laughs.
Yeah.
Inside jokes.
But great series, Vandy UT. This weekend's the last weekend for SEC conference play, and then next week starts the
He
conference
says,
tournament.
that's Japanese, not Chinese. Yes, we're aware it's not Chinese.
Go watch. Right,
Ni hao
Go
is-
watch our
is-
short. You'll get it. So SEC baseball is getting ready for the conference tournament next week. Yeah, they'll be deep in it. This time next week, it'll be going full swing. The conference baseball tournament.
Gonna be big time.
Yep. Also, Major League Baseball.
Speaking of the conference baseball tournament, so help me to understand. I'm trying to remember, how does the process work with the College World Series?
Okay, so
Is it like the top teams within the conferences, or how's that decided?
So what they'll do is now this year is the first time they're letting all 16 teams play. Usually only like the top 12. 4 miss the conference tournament, but all of them will play. They'll have the conference tournament, and then there's a seeding just like
Like March
NCAA.
Madness
Yeah,
kind of thing?
they'll pick everybody, and they pick. It's 64 teams, and what they do is they pick.
Is it 64 teams across all conferences?
Yes. Yeah.
All the FBS conferences?
Yeah, across all conferences.
So they're picking the top 64,
and
basically.
they'll pick 16 top seeds, right? And they will, the first round of the tournament, NCAA baseball tournament, those 16 seeds will host. And at each 16 locations, there'll be 4 teams.
Gotcha.
64 teams, and they're seeded 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, the top 16 are the 1 seeds, and then they base everything else off, schedule and all that. Then the winner of that, and they play a round robin, right? It's round robin. The 4 teams, they all play round robin tournament, double elimination. Whoever wins it moves on to the super regionals, because then it's knocked down to.
So 64 teams sounds like a lot to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so my immediate thought goes, okay, 64 teams, but how many total teams are there? I didn't realize there's 300 Division I teams.
Yeah, there's a lot.
A lot of baseball teams.
Mm-hmm.
So to be in the top 64, that's what, top third,
That's
basically.
huge. Yeah. You're a good team. Even if you're a small school, you make the tournament, you're a pretty good daggum team.
And this is just Division I, right? So when we talk about the College World Series,
it's all Division.
It's got to be Division I, because I know like Vol State has a baseball team too.
Yeah, no,
but they're not gonna. They're gonna play in the junior colleges division. Is that what that is?
Junior or community? Whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Yeah, probably community.
So
college.
The NJCAA thing that's on here.
Yeah. But yeah, so you got those, and so after the first round, that the winner of each of those 16 places, you're down to 16 teams. Then they have the super regionals. They reseed 1 through 16, and then 1 through 8 gets to host, and then 9 through 16 goes. So like 1 would play the 16 seed, 2 plays.
So similar to the
it's a 3-game
NCAA
series.
March Madness bracket at that point.
And they play a 3-game series at the higher seeds home. And then the winners of those 8 teams, then they go to Omaha for the College World Series. They take 8 teams in and then go from there. Which UT is the defending champs. They won last year.
Yeah, they won it all last year, right?
Which I expect them to get.
Which is why Vandy winning was a huge deal.
Yeah.
I want to say Vandy was ranked number 11 and Tennessee's ranked 15 now or something like that.
That's right.
But that would mean both teams would actually get home field advantage in the first.
Yeah, they think both of them will be
will get the home field.
They'll get to host the first round.
First round of 4 teams against whatever.
They'll host for sure, because right now SEC baseball's loaded.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here looking at the ratings.
Yeah,
it's like 1 is SEC, 2, you got to get to 3 for the first non-SEC, but then it's 4. I mean, the SEC is like 6, half the top.
7. And Vanderbilt's
10.
10. So how many? It was like 6 out of 10 right there. In the top
6
10?
out of the top 10 are SEC, which is a big deal. UC Irvine, I don't even know. They're Big West. Is that what they are?
Out in California.
So you've got conferences that typically wouldn't be considered. Well, I wouldn't consider them a major conference.
No.
But they're considered, Division I, right? Like Coastal Carolina, Sun Belt.
Yeah, they got 8. And they have a good program too.
Do they?
Yeah. And for the longest time, Cal State Fullerton used to be like
Oh, I've got a mug from Cal State Fullerton where they won the championship.
That's exactly. Yeah, they used to be probably
big time team.
80s and 90s, they were always in the College World Series, seemed like.
Interesting. Well, see, and I don't know a lot about this. Look at there's Florida at 13.
Yeah.
A lot of Sun Belt.
And that Dallas
Conference
Baptist has
USA. Dallas Baptist.
Yeah, they've come along in baseball as well. They got a good program.
Dallas Baptist. I've never even heard of Dallas Baptist.
I'd say this is probably their only Division I team they got.
I wonder where Brother Billy played. You know, he played baseball, college baseball.
He did. He loves baseball.
Do you know where he
too.
played baseball at?
I don't. I remember him talking about it.
I'll have to message Laura and see where he played baseball at.
Yeah, and Reagan may know.
Reagan,
actually.
do you know where Brother Billy? Oh, Reagan says the Anteaters. Yeah, that's Irvine, right?
Yeah.
Reagan, do you know where Brother Billy played
Yeah.
baseball at? Reagan probably knows.
I
was thinking maybe it was the Dallas Baptist Patriots.
Stetson. Okay.
Stetson.
All right.
Is Stetson baseball? Stetson University in Florida.
Yeah.
The Hatters. That was what it was. I remember this now.
Well,
They got like a hat in their name.
They've made Division I. They've made the March Madness before. That's where I've heard of them too.
They are Division I.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about they made March Madness.
Oh, they made like
Their basketball's Division I too.
Interesting.
Yeah. No. So, yeah, a lot of good stuff
Reagan
coming
knows.
up. Yeah, I knew you would. A lot of good stuff coming up. That was last weekend. I watched a little baseball, and it was fun. Oh, I forgot to mention. So Major League, I saw this stat.
Golly, there's so many SEC teams in the College World Series.
On Mother's Day in Major Leagues, there were two brothers, Josh Jung and Jace Jung. One of them plays for the Rangers. The other one plays for the Tigers, and they played each other on Sunday. And their parents went for Mother's Day, you know, because both their kids were playing against each other. And one of the brothers hit a home run.
Wow.
Yeah. But how awesome both your kids are playing Major League Baseball, and they play on Mother's Day against each other.
Yeah.
Ain't that cool?
So Mama's there in the stands watching both the boys play.
They said they made jerseys for Mom and Dad that had like half Detroit and half Texas Ranger
Custom jerseys?
Gave it to the mom before the game and stuff.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And then there's two other brothers that...
How special would that be?
Oh, I
That would
imagine...
be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'd say that made that mom's like...
That's a Mother's Day to remember.
If she's like, you never come to Mother's Day again, I don't care. You know, like, yeah. Her life, right? She's probably like, you don't have to get me nothing.
Yeah, don't worry about getting me anything. Yeah. You trumped the Mother's Day of all Mother's Days.
Yeah, because what's odds that they play each other again
on Mother's Day? That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Of course, for me, just playing in the MLB on Mother's Day.
Yeah, just being on a roster for Mother's Day. That's good.
Yeah, I don't even have to play, just to be able to sit in the dugout.
Yeah. If I was a bat boy on Mother's Day,
that's right, bat boy
happy.
time.
Yeah.
That's right, bat boy time.
Yeah, I'd be happy. I'd
just let me be a bat boy on Mother's Day. We'll put Mom in the audience. Hey, Mama, I'm the bat boy.
Yep. Yeah, I'd fly her out to come see me be bat boy. Would you not? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
That'd be a big deal.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Mama, get on the plane. I'm going to be the bat boy.
Yeah, you got to come to this one.
That's right.
There were two other brothers, Wilson and William Contreras. They played. One plays for the Cardinals, one plays for the Brewers. Now, they didn't play each other on Sunday, but they both hit home runs on Sunday in their games.
Wow.
On Mother's Day. So that's another mom that would be.
Another proud mama.
Cardinals, one plays for the Cardinals and one plays for the Brewers. But I thought that was pretty neat, though.
Two home runs in two different games in two different locations.
Yeah.
If I'm a mama, I'm proud, yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But being able to see both my boys play in one game, that's about as good as it gets right there.
And both of them play third base.
What?
for their teams.
Oh, I can imagine the competition in high school for that.
Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine how many fights?
Oh, my gosh. Totally.
Yeah. And I don't think they're twins. I didn't read anything that
What the age gap, difference is?
Yeah, I don't know. But so, yeah, that's what I watched this past weekend. It was exciting. You want to get into some hockey and odds and things like that because also, the Preakness is coming up this weekend. We'll talk odds there.
We can talk about Preakness first. That's
you
fine.
want to do it and then segue into your odds? Okay. Yep. So, gonna say it's sad, but we will not have a Triple Crown winner.
Oh, because somebody
So Sovereignty is not going to race in the Preakness.
What?
Yeah, and I looked up.
What happened? Why?
Says the reasoning the owner gave was to give him more rest and to prepare him for the Belmont, which is a longer distance race, and they want to prepare to win it.
So,
which to me,
so you've made the decision that hey, that my horse is not going to do the Triple Crown no matter what.
Which
why?
Unless my horse was hurt.
If my horse is,
I'm trying.
You try for the Triple Crown every time,
right? That's what I thought, but I didn't. I wanted to get your opinion too.
No,
I thought that was
yeah. Try for the Triple Crown every time.
Which I wonder if he's hurt and they ain't they're not saying anything. We just got to rest him up. For the
something's got to be up. Like, are you really gonna say no? I'm not gonna.
Right. Because now I'm interested to see if he ends up actually racing in the Belmont.
Then he does race in the Belmont, and everybody's like, oh, now we know the truth.
Yeah, and that's what I wonder.
We know what really happened.
So guess who, with Sovereignty out, guess who's the favorite to win the Preakness?
Journalism?
Yep.
So journalism's going to win out after all.
Maybe. I mean,
Sovereignty. So our sovereignty is going to be defeated by journalism.
Yep.
Man.
Yep. So we'll see.
That was just so crazy saying, hey, sovereignty defeated journalism. That kind of has so many different meanings. I'm blown away by that whole situation.
The nerd in you coming out.
Yeah, I know it. The political nerd in me.
I like turtles.
Yeah, I thought about being a poli-sci major and decided against it. Ended up deciding against it, but
you could have been a history major too with that Tennessee stuff you blabbled out a while ago.
I did like history a lot.
Man.
I thought about doing law because history tends to be like law kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I like money. That's why I was a finance major.
There you go. So journalism.
Not very good with money, but but I like it.
Do we still have the other one?
Oh yeah. Forgot about that one. I think I'm overloading our.
Yeah.
There we go.
There, I'm surprised. Yeah,
that's your favorite one right there, isn't it?
Yeah. So journalism is the favorite this weekend, 8-5. He finished second, and I don't know. You were telling me earlier. Oh, you're good with the odds. I don't know exactly 8-5 what that means. 8-5 favorite, but I know that's good. Those are really like your favorite. Like I can tell you what 4-1 means. And 5-1, but when it gets to the 8-5 odds, and like 9-2, I couldn't explain that to you. Other than those are real. That means you're highly favored.
So does FanDuel have those odds too for the Preakness, just like they do for everything else?
Yeah, and they change right from hours,
moment by moment.
Yeah. But when I looked it up, and then Sandman is 4-1, who finished 7th in the Kentucky Derby. He's the next.
Oh, they're saying goal oriented, huh?
This morning, okay. No, but see.
I'm bringing it up.
That's the post position. What's his name is still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that.
So now, how do they determine the post position? Is it by who runs the track fastest?
No, if it's like Kentucky Derby, they draw.
Oh.
That's how Kentucky Derby determines.
This is complicated.
Yeah, it gets real crazy. Once you start putting more than one on that, like 4-1, 5-1, 20-1. You start putting 5 over there and 2. I can't.
It gets more complicated.
Yeah.
Reagan says 8-5 odds is like Mike Tyson versus Jrod in a boxing match.
So that's huge.
I'd say that's pretty big. Yeah. Mike Tyson's going to take me out quick.
So
he ain't going to have to bite my ear. That's for dang sure.
They're saying you're an underdog.
Mike Tyson ain't going to be biting my ear because he ain't going to need to. It's going to be one pop and Jrod's done.
Yeah, but you'll be a millionaire after you get knocked
That's
out.
all. Yeah.
Just take it. Just
So
close
what
your
was
eye.
it? Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, right?
Yeah, that was a setup.
But what I'm saying is Mike Tyson got paid.
Oh yeah.
They got a big time payday.
Yeah. Yes, they did. So that's a little Preakness. I was sad to know. I hated that they're holding him out because I wanted to see a chance at a triple crown.
That's right.
'Cause it's rare, right?
Another triple crown. That's
Yeah.
what they. Yeah.
And then that leads me into golf, and then we'll go into the hockey stuff. Golf, the PGA Championships this weekend, and Rory McIlroy, won the Masters. So a chance at the Grand Slam, winning all 4 in 1 year. I think's out the window.
So
He's in
wait
the
a second. Let me understand. So what happened? Rory, what happened?
So
Because you have to win
4 majors in a year is called the Grand Slam. Now,
4 majors, but it's specific majors. You can't just.
yeah, the Masters, which is in Augusta,
Which
PGA Championship.
Rory won.
Yeah, PGA Championship.
Has that happened?
This weekend. It started today. PGA
Okay.
Championship started today. Then there's the U.S. Open in June, and then they call it the Open. It used to be the British Open, and it's across the pond.
Across the pond.
And if you win all 4 in a year, that's a Grand Slam, and it's only happened once. Bobby Jones, ever. Now what Rory did, and it's only happened 6 times, is he won the career Grand Slam, where he's won all the majors in his.
Oh,
but
this
not
was
in the
you
same
win
year.
all 4 of them in one season
Yeah.
versus win 4 of them in
Yeah.
for life.
Which, to show you how hard that is in golf, is, only one has done it ever in the same year, and there's only been 6. Rory makes the 6th golfer to ever do it.
Yeah,
in
and
a
I think we
career.
talked about this in a previous
We
episode.
did, yeah.
Like Tiger Woods won one.
Tiger
won the
Woods is the
lifetime,
last one to do it since, and Rory's is now.
and they're the only 2 in the modern era. The
Right,
others were
yeah.
like older.
Jack Nicklaus did it in the 70s, 60s. Yeah.
It's been a big gap
Yeah,
of like
huge gap.
decades.
So yeah, it's
So now, why are you saying that he's not going to win?
well, because I looked up. I had hopes for him, and I mean, there's 3 more rounds after today, but I think he finished like 3 over for the day. I have it right here. So he's the lead.
Oh, and Vegas is 7 over.
Yeah, Jonathan Vegas finished 7 under.
Or
He
under.
had a great round.
Oh, 3 over means he's like way down there.
So he's 10 shots off the lead already.
So he's way
Tied
off.
for 98th place. Now, he may have a good round tomorrow. And that's what's crazy right now. There's no huge names up at the top right now. They're all kind of middle of the road guys.
So 7 under. I'm trying to remember when he won the Masters. Didn't he win it like 10 under?
Or
12 under or
I
something
think it
like
was
that?
12 under. He wanted that. But a lot of it depends on the course. They thought this course, like 7 under, is pretty good because they've had a lot of rain. It's in Charlotte. It's Quail Hollow is the course, and it's outside Charlotte or right there in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, Reagan says he thinks he's going to miss the cut altogether.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised because he's already
So far down.
he's 10 shots off. Now
So now, what is the
tomorrow.
cut? Is it 100? What's the cut? 50? The top 50?
They take the top 60 plus ties and or I think it's top 60 and or 10 shots off the lead.
Oh.
So
whichever one is higher.
I don't know exactly. I just know it's 10 shots off. I think whatever gives you more, I believe.
Interesting.
Which is usually around 60 to 70 players, give or take. So all them guys right now tied for 60th, they're in danger. Like 1 over.
They're all on the bubble.
Yeah.
Top Reagan says top 50.
Yeah, it very yeah, and because they add ties in there, so like I said,
There's a lot of because there's a lot of ties because a lot of people have the same number. Although Vegas is like He's all by himself at the top, huh?
Well, that's what his score was today, 7. Yeah. Oh, you said Vegas. I thought you were talking about Las Vegas.
No.
Yeah, Jonathan
Vegas.
Yeah, he, which when I was coming in here.
Who is Jrod?
Ryan Jrod. He's a younger guy.
He is a younger guy.
Yeah. He has, I don't think he's won a PGA event yet, but he qualified. He won the Charity Pro-Am. And so the Corn Ferry Tour is like minor leagues, AAA, for golf.
En route to earning his full card for PGA.
Yeah. Yeah, so you got to place high enough and earn a lot of, if you
he's doing pretty good if he's number 2 for the PGA Championship,
he's
right?
Second right now. My guess is, I hope he don't. I'd love to see him stay up there. But a lot of times in these majors, you'll see a guy have a great first day, and then
fall
by
off.
Sunday, you're like, where'd he go?
And he's the only American in the top 5, huh?
Yeah. Which the big guys, man, they struggled today. Rory struggled. Like Scheffler's number
big
1.
Big names.
Yeah, they're all around. And DeChambeau from the Live Tour, he finished even par. So they're all like. I look tomorrow though. Your big guys, some of them will make a run. 1 or 2 of them's going to have a great day and
move back up real quick.
Yeah, Scotty Scheffler did the best. He's the number 1 world golfer right now, ranked number 1 in the world, and he's 2 under, I believe. He always seems to lurk around, and by Sunday he'll be somewhere close.
So when do they make the cut? The cut happens tomorrow, right?
Yeah, and
then they'll shrink the field for Saturday.
Yeah, and then Saturday and Sunday will be whoever makes the cut, and you got it, and that's who gets paid. Like if you don't make the cut, you don't get paid.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we'll see. Like I said, I don't think Rory. There goes all in one weekend. No Triple Crown winner and no Grand Slam winner.
All of it fell off quick.
Yeah. Which, we talk about how hard it is. So.
Yeah, there's a reason why.
And we actually have a listener going to go. B12 Sully. He's going to be there Sunday for the final day. Him and his son got tickets last year. They're leaving tomorrow to go, and they're going to go to the final round of the PGA Championship. So that's cool.
Reagan says if the bigger players had a late start, they usually do better because they play an early second round. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, a lot of it depends. Like the course was wet this morning. It dried out a little bit, but they've had so much rain.
So the timing of when you play matters.
Yeah, depending on. Yeah, because if it gets real hot and dries the greens out, they're harder and firmer, and the ball's going to
rolls faster.
Yeah. So a lot of it does. It depends sometimes where you're at and whatnot. But so yeah, fun stuff coming this weekend to watch on TV. We got playoffs going galore, NBA and NHL. And
we're going to talk some NHL.
Yeah, I'm interested because.
So I'm trying my best not to.
We need to let you.
We're trying not to talk talk before show now, and I'm trying to do some show prep in advance of the show. So, and one of the things I wanted to talk about, stirring the pot a little bit, because there was a recent election as well in Canada. And there's a lot of political controversy around that. We've actually got a Canada audience.
And I guess I already kind of would, because there's analytics that you can look at who's watching your show and stuff. And I think because I do the shorts, I see that more than you do.
I mean, I was like, oh my gosh, we got 7% of our audience is Canada.
Yeah, which is fun.
We got some Canadians, eh?
Yeah, eh?
My son, have you heard about... So
hello out there, Canada, whoever's watching.
Canada!
Yeah, whether it's live right now or you watch it later or...
Well, and you and I had talked about, who a little bit about who we thought we would pick for for the Stanley Cup, right? Because
Yeah.
the Predators are not in it, right? If the
Yeah.
Predators were in it, that'd be our default, right? Because
Right.
we're Nashville boys, right?
And that was a question you brought up, I think last week or the week before. We talked about if your team's out of it, do you watch the playoffs?
Do you watch?
Yeah.
Right. And
like
right now we've got the Capitals game versus,
Yeah, and this is a
it's
good
crazy
game.
because the odds with FanDuel are changing instantly right now as we're watching
they
it.
changed? Yeah.
Did you see it flashed? It flashed like just now.
Really? I didn't
Changed
see
the
it.
Capitals numbers, but anyway.
Yeah.
So have I told you about my son and his online gaming? I don't know if I've told you about this. So he got mad at me because I put on my online gaming profile that I'm from Nashville,
Oh, yeah, you did.
and he got all mad at me
trying to fix my mic.
because he was telling everybody he was from Canada.
Oh, that's why I got mad.
And
So
apparently,
you called him lying.
all his friends, still an ongoing joke is if they're in a group game where there's
Yeah.
a bunch of people playing and somebody says they're from Canada, all of his buddies then go, "Oh yeah, he's from Canada too." and then my son will go, "Hey."
Oh, that's funny.
So, but needless to say, the whole thing about the NHL right now is the drama around what's going on with Trump
yeah, and
saying that Canada is going to be the 51st state, right?
Yeah.
And the field actually has a mix of Canada and the U.S. in the actual Stanley Cup final playoffs.
yeah,
And Reagan's. So a lot of these teams that are our teams typically are no longer in the running.
right, yeah,
And so now I'm like, okay, well, who am I going to pick? And, they had the big election, right? Mm-hmm. And it was the Liberals versus the Conservatives
well, in Canada.
in Canada.
Yeah, you got to explain,
It's
'cause
the big
you were
election with
explaining-
Carney.
Yeah.
So a lot of our audience probably doesn't even follow Canadian politics.
I don't, yeah.
But there was this drama around the two. It was the Conservative Party leader and the Liberal Party leader, and apparently, and I'm gonna put up a graphic for our audience to see here, so that educating a little bit from what happens in Canada stays in Canada.
Because you were telling me about it, and I thought you were meaning, I first thought you were meaning Canada and America, but you're talking about 51st state. Like, there's that whole thing.
Well,
in
within Canada,
itself. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. Within Canada, there is a feeling that, okay, I'm not happy with the politics, okay? And so
Which
looking
I
real
didn't
quick at the playoffs, or the NHL race to the Stanley Cup, right? There's two, so Winnipeg is still in it.
Yeah, but
Right.
they're down 3-1 in the
It's not likely they're going to
Right.
make it, right? Edmonton is in it.
Yeah, they're in.
So, for those of you who don't know the geography of Canada, Winnipeg is in the middle.
okay.
Edmonton is over towards the west,
Yep.
and Toronto is over towards the east. Now, if you think about the west in the United States, I think of California,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So I think of more liberal politics. Well, the interesting thing about it is that the west in Canada is more conservative politics. The west in Canada is like Texas, because Edmonton,
Okay, yeah.
Edmonton is in Alberta, and Alberta is a big oil producing province
yeah.
of Canada. So Alberta acts a lot more like Texas
Man, you know what's
in their
happening, Ryan?
politics.
The teaching side of you's coming out.
Well, the other
teaching
side of
us.
that coin is that Toronto and the east side is more liberal,
Right.
more like Canada in their politics, or more like California in their politics.
So they just flip-flop
And so
area.
right now in the NHL Stanley Cup Finals, Toronto and Edmonton are also in it. So you have Edmonton, who is on the west, Toronto, who is on the east.
And Edmonton's in the Western Conference, and then Toronto's Eastern Conference.
See, now I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I'm learning a lot about hockey right now.
So it would be cool then, what you're saying,
it's possible
It's
that the
possible.
Liberals will be playing the Conservatives
Edmonton and Toronto.
in the NHL
Yeah.
Stanley Cup.
I almost kind of hope for that.
And so,
Now that you've educated me.
and you know,
on it.
Trump is stirring the pot by saying, "Oh yeah, Canada should be the 51st state."
Well,
Well,
is he knowingly saying? I don't think
he just always stirs the
Yeah,
pot.
yeah, yeah,
Like that's
but-
the Trump way,
but
right?
not for NHL. He would. Yeah, he hasn't recently said anything about hockey wise.
Hockey wise.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Although he did do something recently. He pushed to have Pete Rose to be allowed in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Did you know he was involved in that?
No, I did not know that. But you know that him and Shoeless Joe Jackson now are eligible
That's correct.
to. I forgot that was something I wanted to. I'm glad you brought that up.
And
I meant
that's
to
actually
mention
on my to-do list, but we'll get to
Okay,
that.
okay.
The only reason I mentioned that
That's
is
where I
because
saw it. Yeah,
Trump was
Utah, yeah.
involved in that.
I didn't
Apparently,
know that.
Trump pushed MLB to make that change.
Okay. Well,
that if you
let's-
pass away, you're no
Yeah.
longer banned. We'll
Yeah,
get into that in a
yeah.
little bit. But I do want to show a quick graphic because this really
You
changes your
researched,
perspective
Yeah, you're excited for
on the Canada situation. Okay, so if you look to the left, right, you can see Edmonton Oilers is like
Yeah.
like the
this. I was
West
gonna say,
Coast,
I think of Vancouver as well. West
Right.
Coast Canada.
right?
Canucks.
The Canucks,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so, and if you look, this is the election results right here on the left. Blue is the Conservative Party.
Yeah. Oh, really? So it's even opposite of us.
So
of America.
Alberta and Saskatchewan voted 92 and 93% Conservative Party.
Dang.
And the Conservative Party is the ones that are saying, yeah, we might like to join the United States.
Really?
And the governor of Alberta actually told the guys in Vancouver and in Quebec,
Yeah.
you guys better make some law changes, otherwise we're going to secede.
because Quebec, because Vancouver, yeah. I'm looking, they were red. Like they were pretty liberal voting.
So the other side of the country is over here
uh-huh.
with the red, and Ontario, New Brunswick,
Yeah.
Nova Scotia, Quebec,
So the Montreal Canadiens.
all those Canadians are all like, no, we're going to vote liberal. And it's because supposedly these guys are all getting taxed a huge amount, and that money is all being sent to these guys.
See that, and I don't know anything about that part of Canada.
And so this will be the big showdown if the two of them come against
That
each
would be
other
cool.
in the Stanley Cup. Now, the other thing that could happen is that the Edmonton Oilers play against a United States team, and then we all come together.
You're crazy.
We all come together over sports.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's what sports has done in the past.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then, you know what? We'll just welcome the Edmonton Oilers and Alberta and Saskatchewan and Manitoba and British Columbia. We will welcome them as the 51st state of the United
Yeah.
States
That's funny. It's never going to happen.
as they secede from
Yeah.
Canada.
They wouldn't never. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
I like to stir the pot, though.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, so that kind of gives you some perspective, too, because I thought that was very interesting.
I do like seeing how the country's broken up fan-wise.
Yeah, the fan bases.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And I never really put together, because I'm not a huge NHL fan, right? Mm-hmm. And so I never really put together how the fan bases work and where they're geographically located and how's it all tied
Right.
together.
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting.
That is cool. I didn't know any of that about that.
And so because of the politics, I'm
Yeah.
now supporting the Oilers.
Yeah. When you just you just said
Because I want to see Alberta become the 51st state.
yeah. Because of hockey they become the
All
51st.
because of hockey.
That would be crazy. It's not going to happen. Even if they win the Stanley Cup, they're not. I just don't see that happening. And you know, like back in the day when states were becoming, we were talking Franklin.
Yeah, the state of
Yeah,
Franklin,
yeah,
people
yeah.
applying to the
Like-
feds to.
I think now everything's almost so set.
It's going to be hard to make a
It
change
would
like
be crazy,
that.
yeah. Like you always hear, "Oh, Texas is going to succeed again." Secede.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, and I don't know what the rules are around secession in
Right.
Canada, but you
Yeah,
know,
I don't-
Canada
yeah.
doesn't really have a military to. It's
boot-
not like
to boot?
It's not like the United States where
Yeah.
they seceded and now we have two militaries that fight each other.
Right.
Canada doesn't really have a military at all. They depend upon us for their military.
Right.
So, I don't know if Alberta did say, "Hey, we're seceding," what's going to happen? Who knows?
Yeah. That's
Who knows?
crazy.
I don't think they're going to become a United States state. But I think it's possible they may say, "Hey, we don't want to be a part of Canada anymore."
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy. But I will welcome the Oilers.
Yeah.
And
so
I will.
you're an
And the
Edmonton
other part of it
fan.
is that there's kind of a tie there, right? Because we used to be the Houston Oilers, but now we're the Tennessee Titans.
That makes sense why it's Edmonton Oilers and the oil country.
That's right,
there.
because
I
the
didn't
oil country.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's a really cool park there too.
Are you thinking of moving to Edmonton?
No, so we were talking about. So my sister-in-law lives in Canada.
Oh, okay.
She moved to Canada, and we were talking about going to Banff. Have you ever heard of Banff?
No.
So there is a national park, a beautiful, beautiful national park in Canada called Banff. I'll bring up a picture so we can show you and the audience.
It's in Alberta.
Banff National Park. Look at these pictures.
Oh my gosh. Well, in general, Canada is
A beautiful place.
beautiful.
Beautiful
wherever
place.
you go. Yeah.
Right? But I mean, look at that.
Yeah, that's crazy. My
Look
gosh,
at
look at
that.
the water. Yeah.
Isn't that? We need to show the audience here.
Yeah.
Just beautiful, 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 beautiful park. And so we talked about actually taking a vacation to go see Banff.
Yeah.
Because
That's
it's just an amazing,
Oh, man.
amazing place.
Yeah. That is beautiful.
And so they have, pretty cool little national park up there. This is also in Alberta,
All right. You may. Okay.
in
Yeah.
the same Alberta.
You
so.
did good.
Anyway, stirring the pot a little bit on some politics.
Yeah. You like to do that.
So,
That's
not as
pretty
good
cool.
as sovereignty
But hey,
defeating journalism,
Yeah,
but
that was a great joke. So I like how you tied that. It's all tied back to sports, though. We tend to like to consider us a sports show.
that's right. We're sports comedy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's cool.
Comedy, sports,
Yeah,
I don't know. Who knows what we are?
we just like to have a good time and laugh.
A couple
and
good old boys just
carrying on.
talking crap.
Yeah. Go on our YouTube page and Facebook page. Like our Facebook page. Subscribe to our YouTube.
Yep.
We're going to put out shorts all the time.
Support us,
Yeah.
please, and tell your friends. If you've got friends that aren't watching, we'd love to have them join us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, if you like it, spread the word for sure.
and I know a lot of people can't watch us live because of
Yeah.
other commitments or what have you. I think we had didn't we have like 700 or 1,000 people watch our show last week or something post production? We get a lot of people on Facebook.
No, we were 5 something, and I think we got close to 500 again this week.
Yeah, tell your friends to watch
through
our show.
the week, right? Yeah. But last week was great. This week's been good, but last week we had great live and a lot of live, probably some closest to the most we've ever had live. I know the most interaction of different people watching.
It's like the weather helps us.
Yeah. Yeah.
When it's raining, everybody's sitting around on their phones.
Well, I'm glad, we try to have Thursday nights is what we have our shows on. Like tomorrow, we got Chattanooga. I got softball in Chattanooga, so I'll be leaving tomorrow night, which,
Big time games.
yeah. And I would say tonight, some of the people that may watch West Wilson Middle, they're in the middle schools in the state championship.
Oh, wow. Congrats to West Wilson Middle.
They won the semifinal game, and tomorrow they'll play for the middle school championship at the state. So that's cool.
A lot of people busy. Big
Yeah.
stuff going on.
Yeah.
Okay, so now coming back around full circle, Edmonton Oilers is who I'm picking to
Yeah.
go all the way.
Which is not like you're going out on a limb, and you're saying to win the Stanley Cup, and that's because
Odds are pretty good right now
Yeah,
for them
they
to
are
win
the
it.
favorite.
They're the favorite, right?
They're in the Western Conference Final, waiting for Dallas and Winnipeg, which Dallas is up on Winnipeg 3-1, I think. Probably going to be the Dallas Stars and Edmonton Oilers on the Western Conference Final side, and then the Eastern Conference which we got the game on right now. Carolina
and Washington are tied?
Yeah, this is a good game.
Jeez, that's a tight game.
But overall, Carolina leads the series 3-1. And then...
So it's going to have to be some big-time comeback going on here.
And then I think Florida Panthers are up 3-2 on the Maple Leafs, if I'm not mistaken.
Leafs.
Yeah.
So Edmonton may be the only Canada team left, huh?
Yeah, actually, yeah. They could be the only ones representing in the Western Conference.
So odds right now are looking like maybe Edmonton and Florida.
Panthers, yeah.
Yeah, Reagan's team, I'm going to say Reagan and my team was the Tampa Bay Lightning.
No, it was, he said it the other day, Colorado Avalanche.
Avalanche.
Which, and if you look at, we're looking at these on FanDuel here, Edmonton and like the favorites are from the Western Conference. Because Dallas is even the next favorite after Edmonton to win the Stanley Cup. And they're both.
So both
they're
of
saying one of those
that
two,
conference is.
Yeah. Is going to win the Stanley Cup. But we'll see. That's what makes it fun.
Reagan says it'll most likely be Florida and Carolina, he says.
Yeah. Oh, in the Eastern Conference final. Yeah. I mean, and that, 3-1.
Odds are there, right?
Yeah. Well, and Carolina leads 3-1, and then Florida's up 3-2 on Toronto. So
hard for those teams to come back. And
yeah.
We had a Thunder fan. Speaking of NBA, we had a Thunder fan on our show. What was last week?
Yeah,
big time Thunder fan. We kind of missed it because we were thinking about other things.
And
he said, "Go Thunder."
I think they're the favorite in the NBA, I believe, to win.
A big time favorite. Like that's negative 145, and the next is the Knicks at positive right 550.
Yeah. So they lead their series with the Denver Nuggets 3-2. And that game is when? Tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow. But yeah, they're favored to win the NBA Finals. And then
your Celtics are still in the running, though.
Yeah, but they're down 3-2 to the Knicks. Knicks are the second favorite to win the NBA Finals.
And the Pacers are still in there, huh?
Yeah. I like, though, there's a few different ones. I like the Knicks haven't been in it in a long time. So, yeah, we don't watch a ton of, I know I don't watch a ton of NBA.
Yeah, our NBA time window was back in the Michael Jordan era, right?
Yeah, the 80s. Jordan, Barkley, Bird, Magic. Speaking of that, so I did put out a short. Very surprised.
Reagan says the Nuggets and the Thunder are playing right now.
Okay. Oh, okay. Is today the 15th? Yeah, it is. So they are playing. I saw that, but I couldn't think if that was today or tomorrow.
A lot of sports going on tonight.
Yeah. So I put a short out, and it was a poll. Who was the better to wear the number 33 in the NBA? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Larry Bird.
Oh, yeah, because I was rooting for Kareem when
we had a comment. I don't know who. He commented Kareem, and then in the poll, if you watch the short, you can press and vote on the poll.
Who's winning?
And for a while, Bird, but Kareem now has more votes.
Yeah.
I think there's only like 8.
They're supporting me. They're supporting me.
7 or 8 votes, but Kareem is leading the vote getting in that. So thank you, Sean.
Go out
Bird.
there and vote.
Yeah.
Sean, you better be voting for Bird, buddy.
And I got it,
Get your friends to vote for Bird.
But so that's a fun deal.
He doesn't just say Bird. He says Bird.
It goes forever.
Bird.
Trying to see.
Caw.
Tweet. Let's see if I can.
Tweet.
So Kareem on our poll here is leading. Of course, there's only been like 7 votes. He's leading 57% to 43%.
He's the cream of the crop.
Which
he's Kareem. Get it, Kareem, the cream of the crop.
Nobody better.
Cream of the crop.
Nobody does it better.
That's right.
The Kareem of the crop.
Kareem.
Get
I
it?
like
The
that.
Kareem
Yeah, no, I
of the
like
crop.
that. I like that.
I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little slow.
No, I was so. No, I got it. I liked it. So yeah, watch those things. Watch the shorts. We're trying to make it fun and interactive. It's been a good show.
Golly.
Did we get through everything? I think
Man, we did.
we hit a lot of little top. A lot of, this time is supposed to look like or feel like it's a slow time in sports.
There's a lot going on.
There is a lot.
Feels like there's a lot going because you got MLB going, you got NHL going. It's slow for us because we're big time football fans.
Football fans think
That's
it's slow.
what it is. So for football fans, it's like, oh, it's slow, but there's so much more to talk about.
Oh, there's a ton.
So much more. And we didn't even touch on who's leading in the MLB right now.
Yeah, that's still. Yeah,
Still early.
Still early.
Still early.
I was watching a little baseball last night. The Pirates and the Mets.
But that does bring up the other topic that I wanted to talk about,
Oh, we got another?
which was our friend Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, so tell me, what's the deal with Shoeless Joe? Why was he banned?
So back, you're talking early 1900s. I can't remember the exact years. They were in the World Series, and they call them the Black Sox. They threw it. They got paid to throw the World Series.
Oh, so it's a gambling thing there too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I could be a little off, but that's the basis of why that. And it was several players, most of the team, but he kind of led the charge.
Did you also see? So for those of you
Yeah,
who
I
haven't
did.
watched, you need to watch Cam's conversation about the draft. I thought that was relevant because we recently talked about the
Yeah,
draft.
and just how.
But Cam goes through an interview, a draft interview. We posted that video to our Facebook page too.
Yeah.
We're not going to have time to talk about it, but it's a very good. And I'll be honest with you, man. Cam Newton's show is good.
I was gonna say,
Have you watched any of it?
I just watched that video. I've seen clips because it's all
It's all over the place.
Yeah, and
His show's pretty good.
he really,
He's very entertaining.
and has the knowledge though.
Oh, yeah.
like you got to go.
He's
okay,
been there, done that.
Yeah, he knows what he's talking
Been there,
about just
done
because
that.
he's the experience. And I thought he did give a very good. I don't know. I don't know the word synopsis. No, he does very good though. Kind of.
He summarizes it really quick.
There you go. Yeah.
He summarized it really quick, and it's very interesting and entertaining.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting paid to push Cam's show, but
No. It's just it's very good, and especially that topic about the draft and going through the process as a quarterback, kind of what they're looking for, and is good. But yeah, Pete Rose,
what was Pete's number?
44.
So we got an
Yeah.
opportunity to put him on the
Yes, we do.
put him on the
yeah.
list.
Yeah, that'll be good. About 10 shows from now. So yeah,
Charlie Hustle, baby.
I always thought.
But yeah, I'm excited about. And did you know that
I
my
think he'll make
grandmother said that I'm related to Pete Rose?
Really?
She claims that. Yep.
She
Or claimed it. She's passed away now.
she knows something.
So
Her and Pete Rose.
So no.
Went to
So
dinner
not
one
her,
night? Oh.
not her. She's saying that gone up the chain.
Up the chain somewhere.
There is a
Huh.
relation between relatives that connects our family to Pete Rose. And if you look at Pete Rose's face, he kind of looks like a Scot.
Yeah.
Because there's a branch of our family with the last name Rose.
He does have that
So I think
grumpy
her-
Winfield Scott look.
I think it was my grandmother's mother. Last name was Rose.
Okay.
So there's a family connection there in the mix.
Cool.
I think that was what the deal was.
So yeah, they now letting him be eligible to be in the Hall of Fame, right? To be inducted.
Correct.
Which I bet he goes in the next vote. I think next year.
Yep. When do they vote on that usually?
I don't know.
So did he have number 44 his whole? We'll have to
I'd
research
have
that
to-
later.
Yeah, we can look that up later. But I'm glad, because now you look at, it's one of those you can go and look. If we're looking at, and I get it, he was managing when he was betting on the team, so that you could say he may have did he throw games or whatever?
They're saying that 44 was not his number.
No, maybe it's 14. Why did I think 44
was his number? So we've already missed him.
Yeah, it was 14. Why did I 44? I got a 4.
No, you got 44 from a record that he broke.
Oh, okay.
Third longest hit streak in MLB history at 44.
Okay, all right.
So he had 44 hits,
Yeah.
a hit streak of 44.
And really, you talk about
Last player to hit safely in 40 or more consecutive games.
Wow.
Interesting.
And got a slide named after him, the Pete Rose slide. Do you know how to do a Pete Rose slide?
Charlie Hustle slide.
Pete Rose slide.
Well, that was his nickname, was Charlie Hustle.
Yeah, but you know what that means?
No, what is the Pete
Head
Rose?
first.
Oh, the dive.
Yeah, because he mastered that.
He was all about
He
dive
always
head first.
went in. Yeah, that's how I broke my elbow.
Is it really?
Yeah, and
Trying to do a Pete Rose slide?
yeah, church league softball. I did. Sure did. Yeah.
Oh, church league softball.
Yep.
That's brutal. From what I hear from Nate, everything church league is brutal.
I had to have 2 surgeries on my elbow for that. I got an artificial piece now.
So for
Titanium.
some reason, I was thinking that Pete Rose was always just a Reds, but he was also a
No.
Philly, I guess.
Yep. Yeah.
And an Expos, so he was in Montreal as well
Uh-huh.
for 1 year. Huh. Interesting.
Yep.
I mean, we got to talk about him now because we're not going to have a chance until we get to show 114.
I know. That's funny you bring that up because I thought that's what we would do. If we get into the hundreds, we'll just start back over at Jersey 1, at least to 23, and cover what we missed.
Well, and we can always go with, hey, who did we not pick as the primary, as the big guy?
That's right.
We go a little deeper into the roster. But he was born in Cincinnati. He died in Las Vegas. That's crazy. Anyway, I just was excited about that, and
He just died in September of last year. So
he did. It was a
been year.
recent passing.
Yeah,
So,
no, I say good for Pete Rose. I always thought, I get what he did, but to be banned, if you go down and you look at people who are in the Hall of Fame, Baseball Hall of Fame.
there's a lot of other troublemakers
Oh,
in there.
my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of other troublemakers. So, good for Pete Rose.
Yeah, that's
Good
what
for
I
Pete
say.
Rose.
That's what I say.
That's what I say.
Yep.
That's what the committee says, too. I'm friends with them.
Oh, as we're going out, I did not see that. Sean says there seems to be evidence he never bet to lose.
Wow.
But he says he's curious if he ever bet the spread, and that's 2 different things. Covering or not covering the spread. So you could say, well, I still bet that we win, but I didn't bet that
Reagan
we
said 14.
cover the spread. Yeah. So
They talk about him in the Field of Dreams. Interesting.
Shoeless Joe. in the
Oh,
Field of
Shoeless
Dreams.
Joe.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to watch that movie if you hadn't.
I've watched it, but I don't remember that. It's
been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to rewatch it. Maybe we could do that one night.
Yeah.
I know we don't do much outside of the show together, except for
'Cause-
go to wrestling matches.
I know it. I know it. If I get a free
Just life is so busy, and we're doing it every week.
Carolina just scored.
Boom!
Oh, an empty netter. 3-1. So they're going to win the series. Good way to end the show.
Yep. So I guess that'll knock out
Carolina's
Washington out of the.
Yep. Yep. They're in the Eastern Conference Finals waiting on the Maple Leafs and Florida winner. But
So-
thanks for watching, huh?
Don't forget, like, subscribe, all those things.
Yeah.
Follow
Look
the
at me, look
Facebook
at the camera.
page.
Tell them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tell them about it.
Like, subscribe, do all the stuff. Do all
Yeah.
the stuff.
And it's been a great show. Thanks for watching.
This has been a
And
production of Scott Social Media.
Have a good weekend.
They would tell like the water boy, hey, you gotta go stand about 300 foot out there, and if it goes over your feet, if it lands past your feet, it's a home run. It's a home run. He's getting bored out there swatting flies. They're like, hey, what was that? Or like, let's say some rugby players walked into a bar. That's the start of a joke. And the hockey players. Sorry.
I just wanted to drink.
Put your hand up. No, up. And I pat your back.
Well, I got a question on that. Can a nerd be you're nerdy though? Can you be a redneck?
I think you could be both. I don't think it's mutually exclusive.
You can be, but okay, no, that was a legit question.
No, I don't like three. The only way
Just because you don't like it doesn't mean the committee won't do it.
I'm friends with them, and they agree with you.
If I was at that game, every Thanksgiving my family would hear it. Hey, Joe, know I was at the ice bowl? It was one cold game.
It's the only thing first thing you talk about the family gathering. Hey, everybody, I just want to tell you all that story about how I went to the ice bowl like 1967. Yeah, you told us that story last time, Grandpa.
Game, you get 5 days after your bowl game or after your final playoff game to declare for the portal. So
there's a whole bunch of players on these teams that could be still.
Yes.
And that also refutes what Coach Franklin said about how his player had to get on the. Oh my gosh!
He is
so full of
doo-doo. But in general, in modern era, you don't think of French being tough.
Yeah, I guess not.
When I hear somebody say "wee wee," I don't think of a tough guy.
Wee wee.
Yeah.
Red flash.
I don't think you want to see a red flash. I might not.
Oh,
be
they've got it like a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Flash. Oh my gosh.
Dude, is that their mascot?
Dude, it's a monk.
He is.
Their mascot, Red Flash, is a monk.
Can we
You've
put that
got
out?
to be
That's
kidding
the
me.
best.
This is the best mascot I think I've ever. But the others are named after the random Billies. Billy Idol, Billie Eilish, Billy Joel, and some other Billies.
Okay.
I don't know how many Billies there are.
There's a Billy Goat.
I'll sell everything I own so that we can buy Club La Vila
Oh man.
and bring it back.
We'd have to live there too. I wouldn't have nowhere else.
I wouldn't have anywhere
don't-
else to live
yeah.
either. But I mean, hell, that'd be living on the beach. I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, look at our parking. Got some names coming in.
Romeo's Juliet. I like that one.
I like Glue Factory. But
Barry Lurd. Ross, glad to have you, buddy.
yeah,
Glad to have you watching the show today.
Laird's good. See, that's awesome.
That's a good one. I like Barry Lurd. I think I'll go with that one instead of Homer Simpson. Cool. That's what they need to do, make overtime points half points.
Watch them do that one.
Overtime now will be half points. Then you always know when it's an overtime game if they do half points.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Well, no, actually you wouldn't, right? If they do 2 half points.
No, because if they...
2 overtime. It's not going to work. Kareem's a pretty big deal, though. I mean, that's...
He played for 20 years, from 69 to 89. And
I feel sad that he's overshadowed by Bird
No.
to the point to where we don't even...
well, go watch another show if you want to talk about cleaning up your car. Hey, here's what Georgia is. You're going down the street, you see this house just up in flames, and you're like, man, I think everybody in there is probably dead. And then the last second, here comes Georgia strolling out. Oh my God, they survived. Like, there's a few times. Yeah.
Perfect. Like, I mean, it's like 30 feet away.
Yeah,
like,
it was a long
no way
putt.
I could make that putt, right? So, like, impossible.
I'm not saying she didn't do anything amazing because of who her dad is, but like if he lined to any one of us up, I bet we make it.
You think so?
Oh, man.
Come on.